Hello friends, my name is Miller.
And I'm Now Spain, and we are your fuck buddies.
Can we do that one more time?
You know what? It's 3 for good measure. Wait, a little soft one. We're back. We're alcoholics again.
Mm-hmm. We did a whole month. I don't want to say sober, because we definitely did drink, but
Yeah, honestly, I did
reduced.
I started the month with 3 set days I was going to drink on. I made about 2.5 weeks holding to that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't feel any different, and also I still didn't drink that much, but I had some things I couldn't really avoid, so I drank a few times. It was fine.
I had 2 Moscow Mules on a date night, and I had
Disgraceful.
some wine at a Pathfinder night.
Even worse.
That was it.
Nah, that's pretty good. That's really good. Good job.
Thank you.
I've
I've never been I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going out.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm obsessed with very nice craft beer, so it's very easy for me to just have one with dinner, but that's
I know
not crazy.
It's tough because one of my favorite breweries is right down the street from me. So
and they've been doing some really good shit lately.
I know, and so it's so tempted to just swing by there and grab one before Pathfinder and do
that's pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start doing it again.
Yeah,
it's nice to have a little beer while you're hanging out.
Exactly. Anyway, hey, we're here. Today sucks. How's your day?
It was okay.
Good.
I literally fell asleep on the couch for
just fucking
2 hours.
Just smear that on my soul face.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to.
No, I'm glad you're. Actually, it makes me feel better that you're having a good day.
I was trying to play video games and then I just kept falling asleep.
Even worse.
Because BioShock Infinite is the free game on PlayStation.
All 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I played the other 2.
Have you not played Infinite?
No.
Oh.
So I bought it for PlayStation 3 and then just played a little bit, and then I got a PlayStation 4 and then just
oh man, it's so
never
good.
played it. But so I'm almost caught up to the point where I am.
Cool. That's amazing. We should probably not talk about things no one cares about.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, people.
Hello. Just
forgot you were there.
Just now that I'm catching up on our days.
Yeah. Well, let's fucking do a thing. Do you want a question right here, right now?
Yeah. You ready? You got one?
Oh, you know I got one.
Okay.
Pick 1, 2, or 3.
3.
Oh, pick 1 or 2.
2.
All right. This is from MexChick17
Oh, hell yeah.
on Relationship Advice subreddit. And they ask, how do you break up with someone who won't admit to wrongdoing? I've caught him in 3 specific lies. I'm a 25-year-old female. He is 28-year-old male. He was texting someone, told me he wasn't. He was texting someone, told me he was texting his group chat that he wasn't going to play Xbox that night because he was with me. I know it's a lie because he has his accounts on his laptop, and the messages do not reflect that at all. 2, he ignored me for a whole day, and the next day when he came to see me, his skates were in his truck. Tried telling me he was planning on taking me skating that day, but then he fell asleep all day. 3, he came to see me with 2 fucking hickeys on his neck. Tried to tell me he got them from paintball. I haven't confronted him because I'm afraid he's going to say I'm just overreacting and jealous and crazy, and he's never going to admit to wrongdoing. And I just know he's going to trash me to everyone he knows to explain why I'm the crazy one. How do I just break up with him? And then the question gets wild. Do I keep going?
I don't. Yeah, sure.
Oh, also, my dumbass might be pregnant. I'll know today if I'm pregnant or not. We'll have an abortion either way. I hate him. I love him. He doesn't know it. I feel like I don't want a future without him. I feel like I want to be as far as possible from him. Not even my ex fucked me over this bad.
Fuck. Yeah, that spiraled quickly.
I know. I was reading it. I was like,
I
feel like there's 3 parts to this question. There's the actual question, right? Yeah. How do you break up with someone who won't admit to wrongdoing? Then there's the 3 lies.
Yeah.
Question mark. Then there's that end little deluge, and turned out she was pregnant.
Cool. Congratulations, or I'm sorry. For this question, this specific question, I think the answer is very easy. You need to stop letting your boyfriend hang out with Shaggy. Because it seems to be it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You caught him with hickeys, wasn't me.
Thing is, with
Spotify, play Xbox, wasn't me.
Spotify Premium, you can listen to that song wherever you are, whenever you want, even when you're, say, on the go or on the subway, without any ads, for as little as sponsored by Spotify.
I wish.
Yeah, maybe they finally stop giving me ads.
I don't know.
I'm not paying. You hear me, Spotify? I ain't paying.
I am Spotify, don't worry. Getting half our money.
That's true.
Yikes. I don't understand the first lie. The first lie was he was texting his group, but it wasn't his group? Or
I
that he was
assume
playing Xbox?
He said that he was texting his friends to say he wouldn't be on Xbox later because he's hanging out with her. But then he didn't say that to the group, so I think it's inferred that he was texting someone else and lying about it.
Oh, gotcha.
Second one is like...
The skates?
They're like, none of those lies are very damning, apart from the hickeys, which, like, it seemed wild that you would actually just barefaced walk into your fucking girlfriend's place with 2 dirty hickeys.
To be fair, there are stupid people who think that they're, like, the smoothest liars. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's true.
If this guy just thinks he's fucking, you know,
I will say,
Don Juan, master of women manipulation, and he's just like, nah, babe, I gotta paintballing.
I will say, we went paintballing back in high school with this one guy, and he literally got shot in the neck, like, in the first game, and they looked exactly like hickeys.
Oh, yeah.
And the joke was, because this poor guy hadn't kissed a girl yet, the joke was that his first hickey was from a gun, and people were very mean about it.
To be fair, that's a badge of honor in America.
I know, yeah. So, like... the fact that the other 2 lies like don't seem all that dramatic.
My other thing is like, does he paintball? Like, if he paintballs, then it's like, okay, it's a little more in the realm of believability. But if he's never paintballed in his life and he's never mentioned paintball, and he just rolls in with 2 hickeys, I was like, that's classic paintball.
If you're going paintballing, it's not the kind of thing that you just kind of do usually. You know what I mean? It's like. Unless, again, you go all the time. It's usually like, oh, shit, me and the boys are going, or me and the girls, or me and whatever are going on X day. Like, it's usually an event that you
do have to
know
plan.
well. So I doubt, like, do you think he was so in deep that he was like, we've wanted to do hickeys for so long, and now we finally can because I have paintball coming up.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I don't know. But anyway, this is all besides the point. Let's take the one question by itself. How do you break up with someone who won't admit to wrongdoing?
Well, I mean, like, if you know this person is lying to you, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if they admit to it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you could. I mean, it's the whole reason why Shaggy's advice doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
If you like in the song, she watches you.
Yeah.
She watches you fuck from beginning to completion. She's literally there the whole fucking time.
Because you forgot you'd given her an extra key, and all the time she never took her eyes off ye.
Like, she literally watches you. From beginning to end, she watches you ejaculate, and then you turn around and say, that's not me.
Also, did they just have, like, the most uncomfortable sex? Like, Tommy fucking on the counter. I was like, oh, shit, like, let's go over to the sofa. Let's bang in the bathroom. Oh, like,
also, how did you not notice that your girlfriend was standing there the whole time?
She must have the stealthiest...
so sneaky.
Maybe she's sneaky dad.
She's gotta be.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry.
I keep
like,
getting
they kept fucking, like, did they just... Because either they took, like, a whole day, or he's just got the most eager penis in the world, or they just kept trying different positions, and either they were all great, it's like, fuck, next one, or they just weren't good, so you had to keep adjusting. Like, couch, that didn't work. Counter, I guess.
Bathroom floor?
Yeah, like, these are all very distinctly different places.
But again, she was standing there the whole time.
Exactly.
It's like how, I mean, maybe he is really good. If you're so, like, just entranced that neither one of them realized that there was a third person in the fucking room?
I don't know. This doesn't add up. Maybe it wasn't him. No, this makes sense. So, yeah, the best thing about breakups is you don't need to agree to them. It's a one-person decision.
It's one of the things in relationships where consent doesn't... Like, you don't need to get consent to break up with someone.
The irony is, like, like, you just break the fuck up with him. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have to admit it. You don't even really have to give him a reason. Like, if you're worried that you say something and he's going to use that to badmouth you, whatever, if he's that kind of person, he's going to badmouth you anyway.
Yeah.
Right? He's not even if he admitted it to you, he's not going to go over to his friends and be like, oh, yeah, she broke up with me because I was being really shit. I was a really shit person.
Oh, you remember those hickeys I had? Yeah, I told her it was from paintball.
Also, like, if he has just giant hickeys on his neck, I'm sure they probably know. I don't know what's going on here, but the main takeaway from this is it doesn't fucking matter what they think or feel on the topic of breaking up, because you just do it.
Yeah.
And if you hate them, and if they're cheating on you, and the skates thing was funny because it's like he disproved it by falling asleep. I don't know if that holds up in court.
Yeah, I don't think that's technically a lie because...
Yeah, anyway, I just, like, if you're this paranoid about this person, either one, you don't trust them and you shouldn't date them, or two, you don't trust them and there's a reason to not trust them and you should break up with them. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what they think of the situation. Just break up.
And hey, I'm not one to tell a woman what to do with their body, but like, abortion sounds like a good plan here, because it doesn't sound like this should be, having an anchor baby with this man and keeping him in your life if you're this upset about him.
Yeah.
Does not sound like a good idea, because it's...
Well, she said she's going to do it either way, even if they break up or not, because...
Yeah, but it was also immediately followed with, I can't see a way to live without him. I love him. You know what I mean? So
that's
I
the thing. Don't let this
be
a reason to stay with him.
Yeah.
Because, like, this isn't going to fix problems.
No.
Like, babies aren't easy. Babies aren't, like... it's not like, oh, well, now we've got that unplanned baby, everything will be smooth. And no, it's going to make everything worse.
Babies are a challenge for the people who are planned and prepared and desperately
work well together and love each other.
Like they thread some of the or thin some of the threads in relationships because it's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah, and like
and I've never had a baby, and I can tell you right now, it's a lot of goddamn.
And what if he says he's going to bring the baby skating, then falls asleep all day?
I know.
Or brings a paintballing and it gets fucking shot.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, a baby's pretty good shield. Just strap it to your arm. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't matter what they think. You can break up with someone whenever you want. Yay.
This comes from Reddit user The Joker Rises. Is it okay to be depressed because girls don't like me? I've never had a serious GF, and I'm still a virgin. Everyone else dates and is always texting like 3 to 4 people, and I struggle to get texting even one girl, and it always fizzles out and leads nowhere. I just feel like an ugly, worthless piece of garbage every day, and it's just taking over my thoughts and emotions. Is this normal?
We've all been there.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it a bunch of times where, like, at my lowest point, I literally needed validation via sex from strangers in order to not be, like, in order to not feel like worthless garbage.
Yeah.
And I think that's...
And, like, even there's times when you go out and, like, you... try talk to some girls or something and it just does not go anywhere. Or you go on a date and it does not go anywhere. Or you think something's going to go somewhere and it doesn't.
Or you're on Tinder and you don't get any matches for
like a month. Or you talk to someone and then all of a sudden they just stop. Or you get ghosted or like whatever. Every single one of these is valid reasons to be sad and miserable. Like we get it. I think it's probably one of the most common reasons why people
especially
get
now,
pretty fucking grim about shit.
Because we're in such a like immediate sort of like instant gratification of dating. You know what I mean? It's where it's like, you can literally go on Tinder, swipe a couple times, and get 6 matches, and be like, even if you don't do shit with those matches, you can be like,
hey,
people like me.
That's little ticks in the yes column.
Yeah. But if you've been doing that for a month and you don't get anything, like, that's a pretty quick and like, it's not a real indication of people's opinions.
But it's easy to latch onto.
Exactly, it's hard to differentiate that from reality and be like, oh, I am completely undateable. No one likes me.
Yeah,
I am. You know what I mean? I'm completely just garbage because no one will say yes to me.
Yeah. Well, the irony is yes, it is a valid thing to get sad over. I do think it needs to be like brief. I feel like like going down into sadness and dwelling there is never going to help you.
Yes.
Because 2 things. One, that's just going to make it less likely that, you know what I mean? Like unfortunately, if you're down on yourself and you're depressed and you're worried so much about how people view you and getting with women or men or whatever, and then you try to and they sense this, it's going to be less likely that you do. So it's like just a vicious cycle that's going to go downwards. So I think like the most important thing is to realize that, it sucks, but it is not the be all and end all of everything. What matters, like life is so much more than just that. So you need to look at the rest of your life and be like, cool, I also have, school or friends or family or this hobby or this skill or all these things, and realize that, this might suck, but I have all these other things, so whatever. And then you will probably have a little bit more success in that if you don't let that just drag you down entirely.
Yeah. If you seek validation from strangers who have no idea that you exist, and I mean that in the nicest way possible, in the sense of like, if you're on Tinder or
you meet
anything,
someone at the bar.
I'm telling you right now, the 19 Jessicas that you just right swiped, like they're not going to think about you ever again, probably, because they're so inundated with information that like you're just a face in the crowd. And I'm not saying that it sounds harsh, but it's a harsh reality that you kind of need to absorb and understand, and then be like, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
and I mean that in the sense that if you're looking for validation from people that don't mean anything to you, that you have no connection from, yeah, it's going to get real bad. It'd be like if you got on Twitter and the only way you felt good was if, fucking The Rock retweeted you. Mm-hmm. The likelihood of that, because he's so inundated with things and he's a celebrity who's like sort of got his own reality. If your whole life depended on being acknowledged by celebrities, yeah, you're going to be fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Because it's such an unrealistic standard. So the idea that like these people that don't mean anything or have no connection to you are the source of your happiness is, one, unfair to you, and two, unfair to like these strangers.
Yeah.
Because it's not their job to do it. So like you said, you need to find validation in yourself, in things that have tangible purpose and tangible meaning in your life, with like friends, family, all the things you said,
like
school,
skills,
work.
hobbies, and again, by all means, be upset about these things, but like keep it brief. Like if I talk to someone, like let's say you go on a date and it fizzles out and you go home, cool, you can be upset, right?
Yeah.
You can be a little bummed out, and then if the next time, sure, you can be upset, you can be a little bummed out, but like if you just sink into this like pool of like, everything's fucked, all dates are awful, all women, I'm useless, like that is not going to help you in future. And also that's completely disregarding every other aspect of your life.
Yeah. And you also have to, like, it's going to start manifesting itself into hate.
Yeah.
In the sense of like either self-hate or the hatred of whatever, group of people that you're trying to date,
both.
Women or both. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to start diving into communities, things like incel, which are, you know what I mean, like are inherently toxic, are, you know what I mean, those people aren't successful in dating for a reason, you know what I mean, it's in their fucking name, and it's 100% mentality. It is because you're going in with hatred and depression and all these negative emotions and all these things that you're carrying with you.
Also just the mindset of like that you're owed sex, or like you're like owed all these things that like you're not.
Yeah.
So like there are a lot of things. So like just steer away from those, focus on the positives in your life, and like take the hits as they come. Like, yeah, it's never going to be smooth sailing. You know what I mean? No one, like even the person you think is the most successful person in the world, with women or with men or whoever, they're not. Like you see the successes and they act like whatever, but they've been rejected and they've had tough times and they've been sad, or they've been in relationships that sucked, or like, you know what I mean? It's not all just like this cut in the middle of like, this is great and this is shit and I'm on one side and everyone else on the other side.
Yeah.
Like I think one of the most important things about dating is to learn to take rejection and to take bad times and sadness and loneliness and not let that beat you. Yeah.
Also, don't make dating your sole focus. Like, if the only thing that sort of brings you happiness is dating, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to get anywhere with dating if you're trying to, if like everything you do is to like get a date.
Exactly.
Because that's the scariest fucking singular focus that you could probably have while dating.
Yeah.
So just remove dating from the equation for a while. If you're having that much trouble and it's causing you this much pain, it would be like if you, I don't know, we're doing literally anything else. If you were trying to like become a chef and you just kept burning yourself, just take a step back and stop doing it for a bit and maybe like learn some theory, take some classes, you know what I mean? Like do some of that kind of stuff and then come back to it. With the same thing with dating, if you're not having any success with what you're doing, take a step back, take an improv class, take a dance class, do something active, do something social, and start focusing on the fundamentals of what dating is about, and that's like human connection and communication and self-respect and self-love and like that kind of stuff. So focus on that stuff. Work on the building blocks before you try to like build a mansion.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of why, like when you go into such an all-consuming kind of like sadness over one thing, that's because you're focusing on it with all those things. You know what I mean? Like, so it's both the problem and like, it's a problem because you focus so much on it, and because you focus so much on it, it's like so bad when it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So like part of being like focused on the rest of your life and look at those positives, also just like focus on them more in terms of like you're going to develop yourself and become a more grounded person by not just focusing on dating as much as it seems like you are.
Yeah. And you tend to become a more like, if you focus on dating, you tend to lose the picture of who you are because you end up trying to like shape yourself
to be
to
whoever,
slot into whatever you're. So like people aren't getting you, they're getting this sort of like mishmash of
what you guess
the last person you talked to wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if the last person you talked to was into like sporty dudes and you're not a sporty dude, and all of a sudden, you know, you watched 6 fucking Raptors games and now you're like,
now you're talking about crunchy dunks.
Yeah, and it's like it's very apparent that that's like not something that's important to you, and like that ends up carrying over. So you end up like rolling this sort of like sticky ball through nonsense, and you've just got like this collection of garbage that doesn't mean anything to you.
Yeah.
Whereas if you, like we've been saying, is if you focus on the things that matter to you, and you just sort of like ground yourself as a person into the things that matter and the people that matter to you, you can be solid in like who you are.
Yeah.
And then you'll start gravitating, or people start gravitating to you. Based on what you're projecting out. So if you're, you know, whatever, if you're into dancing or whatever, people who are into dancing are going to find you. And then you have a common ground, as opposed to you
just
trying to like
hounding people.
Yeah, you know, filing your edges down to hopefully fit into people's slots.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like sex and dating is important. We obviously get that. We have a sex and dating podcast. But the thing is, you can never let it be your be all and end all, because then it's just never going to work for you.
No.
Because if anything goes wrong, it's just going to take over your entire life. And if anything goes right, you're going to be too on it that it probably won't go right for long. You know?
Yeah, obsession and addiction pretty much never ends well. Like, it's not a... It's not... Those aren't admirable qualities. Those are mental problems and disabilities and stuff like that. So that you need to understand that, like, anytime you focus on a singular subject to the point where it's depressing you and it's a matter of like life or death to you,
and like
you've taken something too far.
Yeah, and again, as we say, you can definitely be sad when things don't go well, but they're like moments, right? Yeah. And if it's not just moments, then things need to change. And I think a lot of that, it comes from focusing on yourself. So that one, you have so much going on that even if things go badly, it is a moment, not everything, because you have your own life and you have your own sources of happiness. But also, if you don't have those things, I don't think dating is going to go well for you anyway.
Yeah.
So just try and like be you more, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, find you before you try to find someone else.
Yeah, yeah. Because like we get it, but it shouldn't be that all-consuming. Girlfriend dumped me, but keeps contacting me to prolong my misery. By Dave 35678.
Oh, Dave.
Girlfriend ended things last week. She had some sort of meltdown earlier in the week, and since then has been blaming me for everything wrong in her life. I'm worst person alive. She packed up all my stuff yesterday, told me to come collect them. I did straight away, and then was faced with abuse for why I had gone straight round, because I couldn't wait to get my stuff so I could leave her. My head's a mess, as she has been clear I'm dumped, but keep texting me to try and get me to apologize. When I send her a text back, it gets twisted, and I'm again, indeed, the worst person alive. She won't see me, but then keeps saying I've left her. I really don't know how to react anymore. I literally cannot win whatever I say or do. She wants me to wait around for her, but won't say she wants me in her life. Is this a personality disorder, depression, or just shitty behavior?
I mean, we don't know this person, so we can't make that diagnosis, but...
Yeah, Dave.
Come on, Dave. But, I mean, you're broken up. You don't owe this person anything. She ended things. If you want to salvage it, you can plead your case if you want to, and be like, hey, let's talk this out, let's hash it out. But it seems like she doesn't want that.
If she wants to,
yeah. You know what I mean? Like if that's something you want to do, then try to make that happen. If both parties don't want to, or one party doesn't want to, then it sucks, but it's done. And if you don't want her continually contacting you, there's a block button.
Yeah.
You just block her. Or, alternatively, if you...
stop replying.
Just don't answer her.
Yeah.
You don't... If you're upset that she keeps turning things around and making you seem like a shitty person...
Don't talk to her.
She can't turn things around if you don't talk to her. And look, what you're going to get then is, oh, now you're ignoring me. Blah. That's when the block button works.
Yeah. And also, someone can only message you saying, oh, you're ignoring me, so many times before they also give up.
Well...
Depending.
Well...
Yeah, like, I brought this question in for a few reasons. One was, I think we've both been there, where, like, someone has ended things with you, but then won't stop contacting you.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, and I hate it.
It's the weird fucking, like,
new
age of dating where, like, people don't want what they can have, and then when they don't have it, they want it, but they also want you to play into their hand of like what they expect is supposed to happen. Like I once saw a woman, and she gave me the like, oh, I don't sleep with anyone after 3 months unless we're exclusive. And I was like, well, cool, but we've seen each other like 6 times.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm really sorry, but like I'm not
going to be exclusive
I'm not
after 6 times because that would be the worst relationship.
Yeah. And I was like, also we've like of those 6 times, like 4 of them were like late night booty call.
Yeah.
So like I really don't know who you are. Like,
yeah.
You know, we've hung out and like I
not
like
enough
you
to date someone,
but I no. And then she was like, all right, cool. Well then like for me, I've got to go my own way. And I was like, you know what? That's totally fair. Do your thing. If that works for you, that works for you. But I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get. I've done this before. I've played this same fucking dance, and it ends poorly.
Never ends well.
And then proceeded to over the next like 6 months booty call me, repeat, and I'm like, okay, look, this is what I suggested.
Yeah,
I was like, you're welcome to look for other people and hook up with me, but that like you didn't want that, but now you do. So like, I need you to be clear.
Yeah, because like, you don't want to show up, hook up, and her be like, I told you I only date people. What the fuck?
Is this you trying to get me? Is this an extension on my 3 months to try to date me exclusively? Because like that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah. Is this just you wanting to fuck? Because again,
hey,
I'm fine with that. Yeah. Because that's what I proposed in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things where like people will like they make up these rules in their heads or they come up with situations in their head, and then when it doesn't go the way they want it to, or if you don't act exactly the way that you or they wanted you to, then it becomes this thing where it's like they get disappointed in you for not following a script that you never got to see.
Oh yeah, which like also probably you wouldn't want to follow anyway had you seen it. I feel like sometimes people want you to be more upset and like plead your case or like whatever, which I think is a really shitty way to do things because again, like breakups are one-sided. I mean, mostly, generally, you know what I mean? Or they only need to be one-sided, right? So it's like, unless you agree, your contribution doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
So, like, if someone breaks up with me, unless I have no idea why and might ask, I'm not pleading my case. I don't want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with me.
Yeah.
But I had someone tell me before, and literally, because we lived in the same building, the next day, I woke up to a message being like, hey, I made you coffee. And I left it in like you know those fucking travel mugs that keep warm. It's like I left it outside your door just for when you wake up. I was like, why? You broke up with me yesterday. I was like, what the fuck? And then like later on in the day, it was like, hey, you want to go get groceries together? I was like, no. It's like not at all. Why would I want that? And like I had been like, yeah, like sure, we're done, but like I messaged her and was like, hey, like I'm gonna need a little bit of time. Like if we want to be friends in the future, sure, but like we just went from being like pretty intimate to being not. So buffer period is going to do us both well, and just would not stop every day. Like, oh, you want to come have dinner at mine? I'm like, no, that sounds terrible. It's like, you want to watch a movie at mine? It's like we barely did stuff that intimate when we were like fucking. I was like, all of a sudden things like kicked up into like, let's do all these couple things. I was like, what is happening? I was like, no. And it's like we had more contact and more invitations to things over that like month period than we'd ever had before. I was like, I don't understand any of this.
I don't remember the question anymore.
It's basically just like girlfriend dumped me, keeps contacting me to prolong my misery. But I think we pretty much answered it where it's like, just don't fucking reply.
Yeah. I think at this point, like, I think you just have to sort of be like, hey, you ended this. I'm going to respect that, and I'm going to be cutting ties.
Yeah.
Let them know. Just be like, I'm sorry.
You don't even need to let them know.
You don't have to. I think I would, just so like, you know, they don't send messages in like a dire situation. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking worst case because that's just who I am, where it's like if they text you and they're like, I'm gonna kill myself, you know what I mean? Like something like that, and you don't respond, at least they know they're not getting a response from you. You know what I mean? I know that's real grim, but like that's where my mind goes. But like I'm terrified.
But if you block them, at least you won't get that message because that sucks.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like at least they know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I would say, hey, I need space.
Yeah, sure.
Please don't contact me. And if they continue to contact you, then be like, I'm sorry, I've asked you for space. I'm going to block you.
This is the thing. It's like you don't owe this person anything. It's like if you want to still be in a relationship with them, one, you don't really get to make that choice. Again, you can plead your case if you want to, but judging by this behavior, I don't think you do want to, or you shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think you
just
should.
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And just be good. Stop, like, again, there are some things where it's like they blame me for all these things. And it's like, I'd love to know, did you do anything? Is this you trying to plead innocent to the internet? But at the same time, it's like, if you're done, you're done. If you're not, you're not. Like, well, but you're done. So just, I think, cut ties. Stop writing back. Block. No, like, lingering interactions are going to be beneficial after you guys are broken up, especially when it's not a pleasant breakup.
And like, especially when it's not pleasant interaction. At least, like, with you, she was offering dinner and stuff. It wasn't like you were getting texts every morning.
Oh, yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
To be fair, it would have been a lot worse. But
you know what I mean?
I do think this way was weirder, maybe.
I mean, yeah, but, like...
Although, to break up with someone and then harass that person you dumped,
the prolonged contact of just more abuse isn't going to help anyway.
To be fair, it was a great coffee. So...
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like,
I still have the mug.
At least, like, if you're getting positive stuff back, it might be more confusing, and it might be stranger, and, like...
That's the thing,
But, like...
I also feel like sometimes people want, like... a reason, like they want to vindicate themselves as not the bad guy.
Yeah.
So maybe they're trying to like set you off so you can do something, so they can be like, look what he sent me.
It seems like she's doing that. You know
exactly.
What I mean? It seems like she's giving you questions, and the second he responds, she's like, "You said what?"
Yeah, I feel like sometimes just people can't get over the guilt of dumping someone, or they never want to be the bad guy. They always. I know people like that, and it's like. You don't owe them to be their scapegoat. Just let them stew in their own guilt. If they feel weird about it, that's on them.
They made their decision.
Right? Yeah, they're out there.
You get to move on now.
And that's great.
And they get to move on in their own way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't... And everyone gets to move on in their own way, but it doesn't come at the expense of their partner.
It shouldn't.
Sorry. It just doesn't. So, like, if it's causing you mental anguish, I block them.
Yeah. Also, like, clean breaks are fucking great. Just done.
Yeah.
Drop that guillotine.
Yep.
Not on people, but on, ephemeral things like ties.
User Zaz934 asks, do you kiss your girl/boy after he gives you oral? Or vice versa?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I don't exactly go, like, tongue deep after I've come in someone's mouth.
Yeah.
Because I don't particularly want to eat my own cum. However, like... like a kiss on the lips or like whatever. I don't really care. And like some people I know I've been with aren't as comfortable with me kissing them after I've gone down them. Some people don't really care. That's all fine.
Yeah, I mean I always try to, because I pretty much, if I'm having sex, I almost always go down on someone before sex. So it's like, but it's like I then don't want to be like, I can't kiss you.
Let me go run in, do a mouthwash, and also a lot of people don't really care.
Yeah, I try to. I mean, we both have facial hair.
Yeah, you gotta give it the old wipe.
It tends to sort of get a little sloppy if you're doing your job right. Mm-hmm. What I do is like I like to kiss my way up the body and just sort of like
that's the thing. It's like the longer
a little snail trail up the way.
It's so true though.
Alternatively, a nice thing to do is when if you're starting on top,
you get a fresh genital off the side of the bed to cleanse the palate.
Yeah, you get a little genital sorbet.
Mm-hmm. You've got a Jonathan or a Cassandra.
I clasp the back of the head and sort of like give my face a wipe in the pillow behind.
I thought you were going to say their hair.
I mean, hey, if they got long enough hair, why not?
The thing is, you do what we call the Miller, and you sneeze out what you ingested into their vagina.
Yeah, I mean, you just give it a good like, and just get it all out.
I definitely give the old facial hair wipe.
Yeah.
I also think it's one of those things where it's like grief. Time heals it. So the longer you take to get to a mouth, the less genitally it is, right? Whereas like if I've just come in someone's mouth, I'm not gonna be like smooch, like deep tongue kissing. But if it's like a minute later,
there it is. Let's quote Niall Spain right now. Oral sex is like grief.
Yeah. Well, no, cummy mouths are like grief. There's the 5 stages. There's bargaining. Denial. Nope. Not right now. Bargaining. It's like,
please, can I? Let me kiss you. Just a peck.
Rub this pillow first. Then snail trail me first. There's acceptance, which is smooch me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other two are.
Anger.
Oh yeah. Ah! Come.
Really? Come on. And then. I don't remember the other one. Thankfully, I've
hardening.
Never had to go through these stages. Yeah, I mean, like, again, I'm the same way. If I've just ejaculated in your mouth, I'm not sticking my tongue in there. I'm sorry, I'm not. The same way that I'm not expecting you, after I've gone down on you, to, like, be subjected to your, radial of feminine juices on your face.
Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance.
Oh, no. It's the least sexiest stage.
It is the least sexy stage. But yeah, like, I think everybody has their own, like, barriers. Like, some people don't give a shit at all.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people actually like it.
Oh, yeah.
I know some people are like, nope.
Yeah.
They stick straight to the denial stage, or the anger, or both. Denanger, anile.
Hey.
That's me.
I mean, if you combine our names, we're Denial.
Oh, my God. Or Nylane, which sounds like a drug.
Yeah.
So I think, like, it's important to understand where your partner's at with it, so you don't, like, blindside them.
Yeah.
And I also think it's like, because the thing is, like, I feel like we're both pretty much in the, like, the medium where, like, we're not going to
grown into it before. Like, I was so weirded out by kissing someone who would just suck my dick. Even if I hadn't, like, finished in their mouth, I was like... But, like, I've gotten into it, I'm just like...
If I haven't finished with them, I don't particularly care at all. Actually, I don't. I don't. I don't think I have for a long, long time.
No.
The cum thing, again, it's like, I'm not going to French you immediately afterwards, but, like... It's one of those things where it's like, if I was more adamant about it, I think, like, a lot of sexy time would be a lot less fun. Because, like, you don't want to go down on someone... And, like, even if that's all you're doing, and, like, they come and then you get up and you cuddle and you're like, yo, get your face the fuck away from me. It's kind of like a buzzkill.
I mean,
but if you're moving from oral to fucking sex and you're still like, oh, God, get the fuck away.
Yeah, the idea of not being able to kiss someone while you're fucking them is, like, a crime to me.
I once was with a girl. I think, pretty sure you know this. And she just was like, I don't like kissing. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And, like, having sex without being able to kiss was super weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I mean, it's like prostitution.
I know.
Right?
It's like Little Women, the movie or whatever. Is that the one?
No, Pretty Woman.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm right here.
I mean, granted, I haven't read Little Woman
She's
in a while.
Fucking a buck, and the other one fucked a house. I don't know anything about this movie. I think one's a writer.
She's an actress. One's a writer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't.
So
remember.
but
it's definitely Pretty Woman.
Yeah, Pretty Woman. That's the one. Edit this all out.
I really hope
I'm good at movies.
That at one point in time we get a Pretty Little Women, like, mashup movie, where Julia Roberts.
So Pretty Little Liars.
You know what? Maybe I haven't seen any of that show, but like,
there's a woman named after a letter of the alphabet who died but isn't dead, or is a virus. I don't know.
She's named after the alphabet.
She's A. Her name is A. I don't know if it's a code name. I don't know. That's weird. Code name? She's not an agent. Is she?
I don't know.
I haven't seen this show.
And this, friends, has been our pop culture moment.
Yeah.
Where we don't know anything about classic literature or...
But we know a lot about cummy mouths and grief.
Yeah.
We know 80% of grief.
We do. Yeah, we got pretty close.
We forgot one.
We didn't have the right order, but we got there.
That's because we jettisoned...
we grieved
we threw depression out the window in the first question, so we're good.
We just have double anger.
That's true.
Fuck, what was I going to say?
We're both white males, so...
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
it's your turn.
Oh, we're done with this one.
I don't know. Do you have anything more to say?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking about Pretty Women or Little Women just being about cum mouths.
Oh man, where do I go next? Okay, you know what? I feel like all my questions are on a theme today, but I'm gonna just fucking keep trucking on.
All right, sure. Give us another breakup question.
It is. My 23-year-old female girlfriend just told me that while she still loves me, 28-year-old male, she's no longer in love with me, but I still love her like crazy. She's the one. This is by C.P. Wilsey. So we've been together almost 5 years. I was her first everything, and she's the love of my life, and I can't imagine not being with her. She seemed really distant last night, so I prodded her, I hope literally, until she opened up. I hope also no. She burst into tears, could barely look at me when she said it, said she felt like this for a couple of months now and it was eating her up inside. When I asked her why she felt this way, she couldn't tell me, as she didn't know. She said she's just not that excited to see me anymore, but still loves me dearly as a friend. Came as such a shock to me as I thought we were all good. Admittedly, over the last year or so, our sex life hasn't been the best, but that's my fault. Some performance issues, which I suspect may be contributory, but she wouldn't say it. She said she's more than happy to work at things, but we don't know what to work on. If someone could please give me some advice on what to do, as I can't lose her like this. I can't concentrate. I keep crying. It's all I can think about. Help, please.
I mean, there's a lot of things I want to talk about here, and I think it's going to make me fairly unpopular about it, but I don't believe there is a one.
No.
I don't. I think that concept is sort of rooted in toxic masculinity.
Yeah, I think it's a really harmful fucking thing, because also...
I'm so glad you agree with
me. Oh, yeah, no, I'm like, there is a one, you asshole.
You're a romantic. I was worried I was going to face some resistance on it.
No, it's a really, 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 really harmful thing, I think, to ever have out there, because, like, then you don't let people go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also, you don't know someone's the one until maybe you're dead. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you're 90 and you look back and you're like, well, shit, it was Cassandra.
Yeah.
That's not a name. But
Cassandra's a name.
It's not at all.
Yeah. It's one of the Little Women.
Like, I'm sure, first girlfriend, did you feel like she was the one?
I mean, this is the thing. It's like, when you're a teenager, literally everyone is the one.
But also, if you come late to dating, I think your first girl, like, it's first girlfriend syndrome, right? Everyone, or first boyfriend, I don't know, I assume. It's like, they become your fucking world. You think that they're the only person, but then guess what? You break up and you meet someone else and you're like, oh shit, these are amazing. And then they're kind of your one. And then the next one is like, oh my god, this also is an amazing person. Like, I've dated a lot of really fucking great people.
Yeah.
And like, some of them didn't end up well, whatever, but like, they were still great people.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
wouldn't date them if you didn't think they were...
And it's like, I wouldn't have been with them for a long time, which a lot of every single one of my like relationships has been like quite long.
I mean, you can have the one currently. Like, you can, you know what I mean? Like, you could have the person that excites you and you love dearly, but like, to assume that they are the only person you will ever love at like this way is, it's almost a way of ownership.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's almost a way of saying, like, you're the one, you belong
for
to me.
And that's the harmful part.
And if you change that, you're gonna break me, and that's an unfair thing to do to someone. To say to tell someone that, like, you are the be all and end all of my romantic and like sexual passion, and if you do anything to me, you will ruin me.
But also,
that's a crazy thing to say to someone.
You're the one for me.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck are they in all this?
Yeah.
Right. And also, if they don't want to be with you, guess what? They're not the one, unless you want to chain them up in your fucking attic or some shit, which guess what? Not okay.
Please don't do that.
Don't, like, so that's the thing. It's like, as we've talked about, it doesn't matter. They might be the perfect girl for you or the one, but if they don't want to be with you, guess what?
They're not.
They're not. And there isn't, like, you need to move the fuck on. It doesn't matter. Saying she's the one doesn't make anything okay. It doesn't invalidate. It's not like she pulls out her breakup card and you're like, aha, you triggered my you're the one card. And she's like, shit.
Dumb bitch.
Oh, I thought I was going to get out of this relationship, but now I guess I'm stuck with you forever, you asshole.
Yeah, it's one of the concepts that I think media, especially like romantic comedies and that kind of stuff, has sort of like put into people's minds that like, that the second you find the person that you really connect with, that once the credits roll, which is when they get together, is congratulations, you've done it. They're yours forever.
Life is complete.
But it's like that's not true.
Yeah, look
you
at,
know what I mean?
Look at fucking divorce stats, bud.
Exactly. How many relationships end in a breakup?
Yeah,
a lot of them. Yeah. I would say most of them.
No, 100% most of them. And the other ones end in death.
Yeah. There's a great Ernest Hemingway quote. That is, when there's two people in love, there's no happy end to it. Because either you break up or you die.
What if they... No, that's bullshit. You can break up happy. You can die happy.
Yeah, but it's not a...
No, get Ernest right now. Get him on the line.
All right, I'll call him up. I'm going to ghost phone.
Do you just look up Ernest Hemingway quotes before?
When I was a young adolescent, I was obsessed with Ernest Hemingway quotes. I have a bunch of them.
Did you see the message we got?
I did, yes. So that one is for you, Freedom Eagle. I'm just going to keep throwing Hemingway quotes at you.
Thanks, Freedom Eagle. You've ruined my goddamn Wednesdays.
I understand that Ernest Hemingway was a piece of shit. I know. He was a misogynist.
Most people are and were. I mean, and it was a different time.
It was a different time.
But not to excuse it in the now, but I will say,
you can't discount art from different periods.
And if we did, it would just be like, everything would be gone.
Yeah, we wouldn't have any.
So yeah, we're not saying he's not a douchebag.
Yeah, he is a douchebag. Yeah. He just said some good things about things.
Yeah. And then some really bad things about other things. Yeah. So, where the fuck was I? Yeah, I think it's bullshit. It's like, she's the one. No. Get another girlfriend and you'll realize.
There's only the one. There's only one the one. And that's Jet Li's the one. In which he kills all the other Jet Lis to assume their Jet Li power.
What about Neo?
Oh, fuck
He's the one.
He is the one.
Does Jet Li have to fight Neo?
Oh, man, maybe that's what they're powering up for. Maybe all the Jet Lis are accumulating the Jet Li power to fight.
Are they an agent? Because they look like Agent Smith, if there are a bunch of them.
Well, no, he kills them. And when he kills the Jet Li, he gets their Jet Li power.
Doesn't Agent Smith do that to other agents?
No, they literally became like just a big swarm of
agents. But didn't he, like, not his own agents, but the other agents? Weren't there other ones?
No, there was no other agents, I don't
think. I'm thinking of different movies. Anyway, back to the question.
We don't know anything about pop culture.
We are bad today. Maybe it's just the booze. So, yeah, you know what I find really funny? Is like, the one is like a trope. Like, it's a romantic trope. Why do we not hold other tropes to, like, actual real life consequences? You know what I mean? Like, everyone believes this one, at least for a certain amount of time in their life. What happened to, like, the chosen one? What happened to, like, where are the other tropes that we're iron fast holding to?
I mean, a lot of people believe Trump is the chosen one. That was a thing going around for a long time. So, you know what I mean?
Man, I don't know. I want to say I'd read a fantasy novel where he's the chosen one, but, like, I mean, not if he actually was, but just if it was just like
the reluctant hero is a very common fantasy trope in which, like,
he's reluctant.
The bumbling idiot becomes the chosen one. I think that is the trope that's happening.
But usually the bumbling idiot isn't like an asshole, misogynistic rapist.
He usually has some redeeming qualities.
Yeah. We should probably shy away from this topic of conversation. But also, if we ever go to trial, can we also vote to not have evidence and or witnesses?
I wish.
Why haven't we been doing this whole... There's a bunch of murderers. Like, damn it.
I was like, yeah, was that an option? Well, hold on, wait a minute. Can I just say that we're not allowed to use DNA? Yeah. Is that a thing that we can do?
Yeah, the latest season of Better Call Saul is him they all go to court and he's like, oh, I vote to not have any evidence, witnesses, or arguments. And everyone's like, fuck. God damn it, Saul, you're so good.
Damn it, he's the best lawyer in town.
Yeah, just like, okay, so she's not the one. If she wants to break up with you, she's going to break up with you.
Yep.
Chill out. You will find somebody else you love. I promise you that.
Yeah, as long as you give yourself time to heal and let go of this person.
Yes.
As long as you don't, screw in the idea that she was the one and everyone else is a second choice. If you let go of that concept, I want to put it in the box. I want to put the one in the box.
Yeah, we 100% put the one in the box.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I'm going to throw a few things here. One is that if you keep acting like she's the one, you are going to burn this fucking bridge to the fucking riverbank. Yeah. It's going to be gone. And she's going to think you're a fucking lunatic. And guess what? She won't even be a fucking contact on your phone anymore, let alone the one. Yeah. Right? Just like you're going to suffocate her. Hopefully not literally, but maybe. Because that's the kind of fucking mindset that comes out of this shit. So don't. Right? If she has a problem in this relationship, if you want to salvage it, you guys need to talk honestly. And maybe she needs some fucking space. Because it sounds like she does. So like space, honestly, and like maybe earnest effort. Sure. But you also need to be willing to let her go.
Yep.
And otherwise, there is zero hope. Even if you do let her go, she may not come back. And guess what? That is for the best. I'm not saying it's probably for the best. It is, because relationships are a two-way street, and you cannot have a relationship if one person
if she doesn't want to come back.
Like, do you want to date someone that doesn't like you? Because that's fucking crazy. Like, that's serial killer talk.
Yeah.
So you just need to move on.
Yeah, I know it's hard. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, we're not saying it's easy at all.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you need to get the one idea out of your head. Mm-hmm. Because she is not.
No one is. The concept of the one doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The concept of the one is this, like, the same concept of the chosen one.
Yeah.
Or any sort of, like, trope that a movie produces is, like, you wouldn't look at that and be like, that's a real thing.
Yeah, if you see someone wearing a shirt that's red.
Like, oh, I bet I have a Frodo in my life. It's not a thing.
I'm right here.
You're my Samwise, baby.
I was about to say you're mine.
Nah.
But, like,
I think we're more Gimli and Legolas.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That only counts as one.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw someone wearing a red shirt walking down the street, you wouldn't just assume they're going to die, would you?
Yeah.
No,
that's a Star Trek thing.
Exactly. Star Trek is not reality.
Because we both get that reference. What up? I'm saying we end on a high note. It's the one pop culture reference we made today that we did correctly. Thank you very much for listening. It has been a pleasure. I'm glad that we're drinking whiskey again, because let me tell you, drinking fucking sparkling water in here just feels weird.
I kind of miss my coffee. It was actually really refreshing. But all the goddamn coffee shops around here close.
Yeah, they're all done at like 6 o'clock. You know what? I can get that coffee, the cavi or whatever the hell it's called again. That was tasty.
We'll be meeting in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just hid my mouth from the mic.
Yeah.
With
Is that a
hands.
hashtag? Is that what you're doing?
I think it's just me and you embracing with just our lips.
Just your fingers? This is another visual media.
Yeah.
Or another visual joke that we're doing.
We're just killing it, boys and girls.
Again, thank you very much for listening. This is episode 72. This is wild to me.
We're nearly at 100.
We're closing.
Obviously not all that near, but like
we're closing.
Weirdly fucking near.
We're closing in pretty quick.
We're closer to 100 than we were to 0.
That is very true. That is math. If you have any questions, if you'd like to send us in a question, we had a great question last week from Freedom Eagle. We referenced him again today. What up, Freedom Eagle?
Yeah, you're the best.
If you want us to answer your question like we did with his last week, please send us an email, or you can message on Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
You can find us on Facebook at FCK Buddies Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at FCK_Buddies. You can find us at email. You can send us an email.
You can find us at email.
You can find us at email.
Now we got to go buy the domain at email.
Yeah, fucking I have to. Yeah. You can send us an email at fbuddiespodcast@gmail.com, or you can send us there's like a little contact sheet on our website at fbuddiespodcast.com or
plentyofbeef.ca.
Hell yeah. And you can assign yourself an agent name if you want to choose one yourself. And we will answer the question as soon as we can.
And thank you, Josh Eagle and the Harvest Cities, for the song Paper Stars. We're running out of bad sex writing. Okay, I might have to raise my voice at one point because it's in italics, and I feel like they only want me to just give like weird amounts of emphasis. You ready?
Okay.
This is Rescue Me by Christopher Hart.
just so when you're ready to just lean back away from the mic. That's the mic technique I'm going to teach you. Yeah.
Her hand is moving away from my knee and heading north, heading unnervingly and with a steely will towards the pole. And like Sir Ranulph Fiennes, Pamela will not easily be discouraged. I try twitching and then shaking my leg, but to no avail. At last, disastrously, I try squeezing her hand painfully between my bony thighs, but this only serves to inflame her ardor the more. Ever northward moves her hand, while she smiles languorously at my right ear. And when she reaches the North Pole, I think in wonder and terror, she will surely want to pitch her tent.
Why does it make it sound like he's got a dick on like his forehead? The North Pole?
Also, like,
that's implying there's a South Pole. Where's that? On his fucking knees?
Also, like, he's trying to stop her and she won't. That's kind of grim. But also, he's like, first, like, whenever someone tries to do something I don't want to do, first course is just to twitch. And that didn't work. I like shake my leg. And then she like tries to, what? Also, how are thighs ever bony? Thighs are meaty boys.
That's the thing is, like, of all the places
to
on
use
a body,
the word bony
that could be bony, the thigh, I would say, would be the least.
Like, maybe the bum?
No, I've had some bony butts.
It's true. I've never seen a bony thigh.
Because it's just, there's like, what, 7 muscles? The quad and the hamstrings. Hamstrings 2 muscles, quads 4 muscles, 6 muscles?
This person's an idiot.
Unless she had a terrible, like, quad accident.
We're doing a new segment. It's called Bad Thigh Riding.
You got some Dan? What's Dan up to? I was thinking the other day where I was just like, do we retire Dan?
Well, someone messaged me the other day and they were like, still no Dan, eh?
I know.
And like, I think they were actually a little concerned. I worry we've gotten thousands of people concerned about Dan.
That's the thing is, like, I was thinking about the other day. I was like, look, all of Dan's shit is the same.
Well, that's the thing.
You could more or less replace like Dan with like my ex. Like, how do
you know? You could just say anything. Be like, my ex liked chocolate cookies.
How do I get her back?
No, you don't even need to put that in.
It's fair. Right? But then I was like, I was like, he's been silent for so long.
Mm-hmm. Did they get back together?
I don't know.
Should I message him?
We should tweet him.
Like, hey, Dan.
Have we ever tweeted him?
I think we did once. I think we said something mean to him.
What?
Maybe not. Maybe we wanted to.
Why would we ever say anything mean to Dan?
Because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit, Dan. Is this cyberbullying?
No. Like, that's like saying a serial killer is wrong and people being like, that's bullying. It's like,
if we were calling racists a piece of shit, it's not bullying.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you can do a thing and then have consequences for that thing. Okay, how about this? I will make up a Dan or not, and you have to guess.
Oh, okay.
We'll do three. We'll do three.
All right. Oh, it's like two truths and a lie.
No, I'm gonna do two, and you tell. No, I'm gonna do one, and you say true or false, and then we'll do another one, true or false, another one.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
How fast can you get an X-Pack after a serious breakup?
That's true.
It's true. It's true.
He said that so solemnly.
Why won't my ex get back with me? What's the real reason?
That's true.
That's true, yeah. Why am I so insecure in my relationship?
That's also true.
It's true. God damn it. I can't make one up because, like, I know them all. I'll make up one fake one, then you guess again.
Okay.
Why did my girlfriend and me break up? I still love her and I want her back.
Wait, did you just tell me you're going to make up a fake one and then...
Shh, wink.
That's a fake one?
It's true, you idiot.
So to cleanse the mind of what just happened there, I've got a Pornhub comment. Man, I'm torn because one's funny, but one has a really good username. I'm gonna go with the one I like the most.
You just read the one and then tell me the other username.
No, that's not how this works. This comes from Goat1879. First time in a while where I don't feel like I've committed several war crimes after I come.
After?
My name is Dane Miller.
And I'm Niall Spain. And should we retire Dan?
That's a discussion for another time. My name is Dane Miller. We did that. And we're your fuck buddies.
Bug buddies.